You ready? He said, yeah, man. I said, dude, stand by.
Right.
All right, yeah, we just say all kinds of things. But because English was a second language, I rehearsed with him what I was going to say so that there would be no confusion in space. And you know, communication is very important, especially when you're outside like that. I couldn't say to Cal or to Kevin Kriegel, for example, move the shuttle up or move the satellite up. Up is relative, because could be flying upside down to the Earth. Oh, I can't say move the satellite left or right, because left or right is relative. So we said up out of the bay. Port for left or starboard for right. You know, rotate port or starboard. So communications were very important.
You all this.
And yeah, they do. They understand all that stuff. So.
And you couldn't do something like tighty-righty and lefty-loosey.
That
doesn't work, does it?
Doesn't work. But anyway, we were successful. We got it. We brought it home, and it was set up on a subsequent mission.
Wow.
That's one of those things, those moments in your life where you always remember it. You know, it's with you. And I remember Mission Control gave me the choice. I was the lead spacewalker, and they said, you don't have to do this. You know, it's your decision. But of course, I was going to do it.
Of course.
And we had to get permission from the Japanese government. Our State Department got permission from, I guess it's NASDAQ. I don't know if it's Jackson.
Jackson
anyway,
now.
Jackson,
Back then, I think
Jackson,
it was.
for Cal to do it. But bottom line is we did it, and we got it, and we brought it home.
After spending so long in space, how does your body feel when you come home?
Heavy. And it's worse now than, because people fly for 6 months is a normal flight. When Winston and I flew, he flew a 9-day mission, I had a 9-day mission. That seemed like a long time for us. That's like camping nowadays. But you're heavy because you've been in a microgravity environment for a period of time. You're disoriented a little bit because your inner ear hasn't functioned because it doesn't have a gravity vector. The heaviness you get rid of pretty quickly because you just do deep knee bends and stuff. The balance comes back slowly over days, and then you're back to normal. Nowadays, it probably takes a crew about a month to completely readapt. It took us a couple of days because we were there shorter.
Takes you a month?
Well, you got to remember, I mean, people in space nowadays living for 6 months, a lot of things, you know, you hear...
Like walking.
There's no walking, so...
So you have to learn how to walk again?
I remember talking to Scott Kelly, who spent a year in space.
I was going to ask you about the Kelly twins.
Scott said the one thing that was the most difficult, well, a number of things, but one of was the most difficult was his feet became as soft as a baby's butt. And he said walking to him was painful for a number of days because there had been no weight on it, no friction, no anything, and so it was like starting all over, sort of, because your body had just unadapted to, you know, to having pressure on the bottom of your feet. Something that simple.
What's sleeping like?
Weird, because you can't lie down. There is no lying down in space. You know, and on Earth, we know what orientation we're in. You can close your eyes. You know you're sitting upright. You know when you're lying on one side. You know when you're lying on your back, when you're lying on your stomach. You know that because the inner ear reacts to the gravity. Up there's no gravity, and the fluids in the inner ear sort of shift around. So you might drift off to sleep in an upright position. You know, you're inside the shuttle or station or whatever, and you're upright. But when you wake up, if it's dark for a moment, you may feel as though you're on your head. You may feel as though you're on your back. So you just kind of a weird feeling. And also,
and the sun's just coming up and going down.
I was going to mention that. Yeah, you're going around the Earth so fast that you see the sun rise and set 16 times every 24-hour period of time. So you can't go to bed when the sun goes down and get up when the sun goes up.
No.
When you get ready to sleep, and everything's timelined for you, we put shades over the windows and turn the lights down, and we pretend it's nighttime. Sun's going up and down, up and down, up and down. Time to wake up, you turn the lights up, take the shades off, and you pretend it's daytime, but sun's going up and down, up and down, up and down. So sleeping.
And people do that for 6 months at a time.
Or years,
Kim
12 months sometimes.
Kim and Barbara, when you go out and talk to people and you tell them, what's your technical title? And how do you explain what you do to these young people that you're talking to?
I'm Kennedy Space Center's Chief Technologist. And basically what I'm here to do is help our center make sure all of the research and technology development that we do here aligns with KSC's role. Every center has some unique roles, so we just want to make sure we're doing the things that are meaningful, where we're developing technologies to support our launch environment. It may be technologies for cryogenics, it may be corrosion technologies. We do other technologies for in space, in flight, and on the surface. Everything